Good morning and welcome to Little by Little, a short time in God's Word. Today, December 4th, continuing in the book of Acts. And in this section, Acts 24, 25, 26, we have, the last biblical accounts of Paul's life. Obviously, there's time that happens after the book of Acts that we don't have biblically an account of. Tradition tells us that he does get released for a little while, and he ends up in Spain, and he comes back. He ends up getting arrested again, and then killed back in Rome. But here in chapter 24, 25, it's kind of this move towards heading towards Caesar, as we see in chapter 25. And he gets to present the gospel in really just simply his story, is what he does, as a testimony to these officials and people in charge, and really wants to see them come to know Jesus, right? Makes it clear that the only reason why he's there is because of the resurrection. And then he's going to appeal to Caesar because he feels like he's not getting a fair shake, and that was his right. And so he speaks to Agrippa in chapter 26 and tells of his conversion again here in full detail. But, same message, a little different nuance in a sense, because he's not talking to Jews. So some of the things that he had mentioned earlier, he doesn't change his testimony. He just highlights, it a little quicker to get to the point. Paul interacts here in verse 25 of chapter 26. It says, "I'm not out of my mind, most excellent Festus. I'm speaking true and rational words. The king knows about these things, and to him I speak boldly. I am persuaded that none of these things escaped his notice. For this has not been done in a corner. King Agrippa, do you believe the prophets? I know that you believe." Agrippa said to Paul, "In a short time would you persuade me to be a Christian?" And Paul said, "Whether short or long, I would to God that not only you, but also all who hear me this day might become such as I am, well, except for these chains." What a great thing, right? Like, that's what he gets to. He's like, and yeah, I would persuade you if I could. If there was a way for you to see and understand how great and how good God is, I'd want you to become a Christian. Yeah. I want you to believe in Jesus. That's an attitude that we can say, yeah, I want to live that way. I want to live in such a way that wherever the opportunity arises, I'm ready to give an answer for the hope that lies within. And I think that's what we see in Paul, right? He's not afraid to live in the moment, to trust God for that moment, for those words, and for what's next. We maybe get away from that a little in our programmed kind of, here's what it looks like. Just follow the leading of the Lord and his promptings, asking him for opportunities each day. And, you could pray that it doesn't come through being arrested, right? That would be okay. You can have opportunities to share Christ without that. Until next time, keep growing little by little.